Hello, folks. Welcome to another episode of the Reddit Kollywood podcast. And this week we are going to be talking about the surprising black horse for this Pongal race, which was scheduled to release later in January. But because of one big movie being pushed, I think that just gave life to other smaller movies. And so here we are to talk about Thalaivar Thambi Thalaimaiyil, a sort of comeback movie for Jiva, we can say. And this did have a small bit of hype because of how Felini was a minor hit among the Tamil OTT Malayalam watching audience. Here we are to talk about the movie with our co host, Mr. JK. Hello, JK.
Hi, bro. Hi, bro.
So, yeah, how did the movie treat you? Like, உங்க expectations எப்படி இருந்துச்சு படத்துக்குள்ள போகும்போது?
ஆக்சுவலா if I'm being very honest, இந்த படம் வருதுன்றதே என்னோட பேக் ஆஃப் த மைண்ட்ல இருந்து அப்படியே ஸ்லிப் ஆயிடுச்சு. Because okay, all the focus was on Jananayagan and I was kind of also focused on Vavatiyar being pushed from being a December release to maybe releasing in Jan, right? So in my field of view, I had these two movies. I knew Parashakti was also gonna come. But this movie just kind of ஒரு யார் ஒரு திடீர்னு ஒரு பவுன்சர் மாதிரி வந்து அது பாட்டுக்கு it just
Yeah, the
entered the
thing
screens
was
ன்ற
like
மாதிரி
I
தான்.
think Vavadiyare and TTT were announced at the same time. ஆனா
ம்.
அதுக்கப்புறம் வாவதியர் ஸ்டில் கைண்ட் ஆஃப் ஒரு அன்ஷூர் பேட்டர்ன்ல இருந்துச்சுல அண்ட் ஐ திங்க் மோஸ்ட் ஆஃப்
Yeah,
மை
yeah.
ஃபோக்கஸ் அட்லீஸ்ட் வென்ட் டுவர்ட்ஸ் தட் வாவதியர் வருமா வராது பிகாஸ் ஐ நியூ ஐம் கோனா வாட்ச் தட் இன் தியேட்டர் ஃபார் ஷுர் ஜஸ்ட் பிகாஸ் ஆஃப்
ம், ம்,
ஸோ அது
ம்.
படம் வருமா வராதாங்கிறதுனால அந்த படம் ரிலீஸ் ஆயிடுச்சு நான் டப்புன்னு போயிட்டு வந்துட்டேன் அதுக்கப்புறம் ஐ திங்க் டே லேட்டர் ரெடிட் ரெடிட் பிக்ட் அப் தட் மூவி அண்ட் some of
ம்.
one of the good things that our sub does is promote some of these movies. I know they trash a lot of movies, but sometimes when movies not being noticed, they also bring it to the
Yeah.
forefront. So big shout out to
Trashing
our
is
sub.
also publicity தானே. So for that our subreddit is golden. ஆமா. Whatever way, at least it gets the optics. So yeah, good thing I guess. Yeah, correct.
True.
ம். So
So
yeah,
yeah, I mean, like I told you, like
expectations.
when
Oh.
நான் என்னோட theatre வந்து நான் like I was contemplating going to Avadiyare for the second time. ஆனா like நான் டிக்கெட் புக் பண்ணும்போது பார்த்தா for TTT all the seats were in the orange category, like very fast booking. சரி அந்த
Same. Even in Bangalore, it was actually the same story.
அந்த ஃபியர்
ஆமா.
ஆஃப் மிஸ்ஸிங் அவுட் உள்ள வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் டிக்கெட் டப்புன்னு போட்டுட்டேன் ஸோ
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
அண்ட் இட் வாஸ்
Yeah.
ஆல்சோ மாட்டு காணும் பொங்கலா ஸோ இட் வாஸ் ஆல்சோ காணும் பொங்கல் ஐ டோன்ட் நோ
ம்.
ஐ திங்க் மாட்டு
ம்.
பொங்கல் சாட்டர்டே வாஸ்
Saturday's Kanum Pongal, bro.
yeah
Yeah, it
so
was
I saw
இது.
it on Saturday and packed theater. I was so happy walking into a packed theater and I was there to have a good time and for sure the movie did not disappoint.
True, bro. Pretty much same தான். I saw after the word of mouth on Reddit and a couple of these YouTube videos that give first day reviews and all. I was like super stoked. Like I've never seen. You could see the happiness on people's faces after coming out of the theater. Like you could tell they had a good time
True.
inside. That image was very apparent across all the media that I saw. So I was like, anyway, there's no other entertainer that's going to release for Pongal. Both Parashakti was a drama, Vavagdeyar was more of an offbeat film. So why not, ring in Pongal in style with like a proper entertainer?
Yeah.
னு சொல்லிட்டு
And
I
also,
booked my
our
ticket, went.
sub has a very peculiar way of promoting a movie. They are like, if this movie doesn't do well in the theaters and all of you come and like OTT ல வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் நல்லா இருக்கு சொன்னீங்கன்னா அதுக்கு நீ தான் காரணம் திட்டி
Tamil
திட்டி
cinema
போடுவாங்க.
failed here.
So
Tamil
I
audience
didn't want
failed
to
here.
fall into that
அவ்வளவுதான்.
category, so I have to do my due
True,
diligence on
bro.
this.
True, bro. True.
Okay, so coming
Yeah.
to the movie,
So
let's quickly talk about what worked in this movie. Why did this movie actually make everybody happy? So what according to you did the movie do well?
I mean, there's a lot that we can talk about in this aspect, but I think the biggest win is in just how focused the writing and storytelling is. Like, it doesn't have any cheap gags or laughs. It's just a clean entertainer. It knows exactly what it wants to do. It knows exactly how to pace itself, how to give the weightage for the characterization. It was so refreshing to see that a movie that doesn't take its audience for granted, at the same time, not being too self-important or self-aware that நான் கருத்து தான் சொல்ல போறேன் நீ கேளு இங்க நான் கண்டிப்பா இங்க ஒரு காமெடி வைப்பேன், இது
Yeah,
ஒரு மீம் ரெஃபரன்ஸ் வைப்பேன்,
yeah.
நீ
I,
சிரிக்கணும்.
yeah, I want to add to that.
Yeah.
So this movie was
ம்.
promoted as a comedy movie. Another அப்படி இருந்தாலும், I think
ம்.
from the
ம்.
second half you can
ம்.
notice the movie base, the core, the heart of the movie is mostly in the story and the screenplay. La. So அப்படிங்கிறப்போ
True, true.
there were places where they let the comedy be aside and let the
Organic.
characters on the screen breathe and make their relationship felt. Minor spoiler, but the relationship between the bride and the groom line, I actually it was very
Yeah, yeah.
heartwarming.
Yeah, it was a very good juxtaposition, bro. Like, அது comedic தான், but in universe, it's actually a very sweet moment. Like, நம்ம பார்க்குற நம்மளுக்கு சரி இவங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் என்னடா வாட் இஸ் திஸ் கைண்ட் ஆஃப் ரேண்டம் chaos that is happening, but there is a method to the madness that is going on in screen. எதுவுமே இட்ஸ் நாட் contrived in the sense that okay, இப்போ இங்க கண்டிப்பா ஒரு தியேட்டர்ல பிளாஸ்ட் மூமெண்ட் வேணும், ஸோ ஐம் கோன் ஹாவ் ரேண்டம் திங்ஸ் ஹேப்பன் ஜஸ்ட் ஃபார் த சேக் ஆஃப் இட்னு இல்லாம, பிளாட் கன்வீனியன்ஸுக்குன்னு இல்லாம, everything flowed very organically. And I think even the humor, which is a big reason of why this movie works so well, was rooted in that same the flow,
Yeah,
for
it was pretty much
lack of a better
conversations
word.
that people will have in everyday life,
Mm.
especially during
I-
wedding scenes. These kind of stuff happens all around.
yeah, true, bro. Actually, like all the characters were relatable in some, like you know someone like this in your life. Except here, it's a little dramatized for the sake of like a movie, but these dialogue, these are all things you've probably heard at some point in your life. These silly arguments, this that. And I think it takes a very simple concept of comedy, right? If comedy or one of the writing comedy, one of the tried and tested methods is take two polar opposites and lock them in a room together and just watch the 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 randomness happen அப்படின்ற மாதிரி,
Very
the
true.
capers happen. இங்க அதே மாதிரி தான், they've tried a very similar thing without giving spoilers, but and I think that's the reason why it works so well. It's all rooted in the plot. It Nothing is outside of it.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
movie's runtime was around 2 hours 30 minutes
two
or
hours.
so. It was just
Two
2 hours.
hours 15. Huh? See, I think it would have been worse if it were 2 hours 15, because the second half felt, I thought, okay, எனக்கு ஆக்சுவலா இது இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் இது preachy angle போகுமோ, like will it try and push its message a little bit more, because you, like you said, it does have a heart and a core theme and all that. But இல்ல, like நல்ல crispa they
Yeah,
finished it.
but
They didn't try and shove it down our
Letterbox
throats.
says it is only 113 minutes, so less than 2 hours.
Yeah, yeah.
I,
So it was a very tight
Yeah,
movie
I'll be
also
very
that way.
honest. When the movie finished and I was walking out,
Mm.
I genuinely felt I wish the movie was a little longer. எனக்கு அந்த ஃபீலிங் கடைசியா எந்த படத்துக்கு வந்துச்சுன்னு எனக்கு சுத்தமா ஐடியாவே இல்ல.
Yeah, bro. I think maybe Mayalagan for me. I don't remember feeling that way any other film, but that was a longer film also. But yeah,
Yeah,
and like in the movie, like, I remember feeling that. Yeah. Also, it
I
went
think
like clockwork.
I think that was a
Ellame.
sign that the it was a well-made movie.
Yeah, and a well-written world also, right? Like this is the world is also a character of its own. Like it's also referenced. Like the first thing, this is not your average kind of neighborhood. Like random stuff happens here all the time. அப்படின்ட்டு. So I think it was very intriguing. Yeah, so worked for me. I think this movie like just comes together so well as a cinematic experience. Like I can't really pick a side, any one major fault, which would probably tie in into our next section, which is a little harder to get into. What didn't work for you, bro? Solunga,
Okay,
in
so
this
you did
movie.
talk about all the subplots kind of working, but for me, towards the later parts of the movie, I felt some of them were too convenient. They had it just because they wanted the movie to move forward. And I felt there were like around two or three subplots, and because otherwise the movie was kind of stuck in a zone. So படம் progress
ஆமா,
ஆகணும்னா
ஆமா.
இங்க வந்து இது பண்ணி ஆகணுங்கிறது it felt a little too forced. I would say. I mean, how that ended up is
Mm-hmm.
not a problem with me, but that just being there, if it was done in some other way, I might have enjoyed it a little more. And honestly,
True,
that's
true.
what I felt.
I feel like, bro. I think actually to add on to that, like you said, yeah, I think that is a byproduct of the shorter runtime. I think they wanted to keep it within like 113 minutes. You said, நீங்க சொன்னீங்கல்ல.
Yeah,
So yeah, I think those were the scenes that probably would not have made it past the edit table. Where, see, there are antagonists in this film, but by the time the movie wraps up, you don't really realize what happened to them.
Yeah.
Like they exist as antagonistic forces, and then suddenly you don't see them once all the chaos has sort of died down. So I think, yeah, maybe that was an artistic choice, or maybe the editor decided, okay, if we can't dedicate that much screen time to them also,
Well,
it would
I
detract
think I
from
think the
it.
creative choice is almost like how the movie was ending. Like, இல்ல யாரு நல்லவங்க யாரு கெட்டவங்கிறது
Yeah,
ஒரு
yeah.
concept
எல்லாருமே
until
ஒரு
everybody
type
is the
தான்.
same under that sun,
Yeah, yeah.
under the sun, and in that. Yeah,
I like how the movie, bro. Without spoilers, I like how the movie started and ended with that question
true,
only.
true.
Like, and I think for that end it works well. But நீங்க சொன்ன மாதிரி, yeah, obviously that comes at the cost of certain characters not getting their due and all that. And வேற எது what didn't work in பாத்தீங்கன்னா,
But
I don't know, bro. I think technically
like
also
I
it
told
was a
you, I wish the movie was longer. So I might put
yes,
that in
that
the
is
negative.
technically a fault. Scientifically, if I'm not wrong, that is also a flaw. Correct, bro. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, moving on to the next section. Whom do you recommend this movie to?
I think just about everyone who just wants to have a fun time at the cinemas, but also doesn't want like just candy, cotton candy type of entertainment. Like this is a story that has a heart, a soul. It'll make you laugh. It'll make you think also in some parts. But for those 2 odd hours, you'll feel like you are part of this world. Like you are not this thing. You're not being watching as an outsider, but it really sucks you in. And if you like those kinds of movies like Dart Bro mentioned, where you feel like I want to live in this world a little bit longer, I want to watch all the more of these antics happen on screen. No? If that is your kind of definition of an entertainer, please do go give it a watch in theaters.
Yeah, I think I would say the same. I think if you just want to have a good time, which we have all been longing for from Tamil cinema.
Yes, yes,
So,
yes.
அப்படிங்கிறப்போ, I think Vavadiyar, we spoke about that during Vavadiyar a little bit, but I think this movie
Mm.
actually satisfies even what was lacking in Vavadiyar. So,
Yeah, to add on to that, I think this is a important movie because it's a comedy movie. It was marketed as such, but out and out comedy movies are a dying breed in Tamil cinema. Like you don't really get them in maybe one or two releases in a year at this point. So yeah, I think if you want to support that kind of film and vote with your wallet and see more smartly written comedy films in Tamil cinema, sure, please do go watch it.
true.
Um,
So yeah, that was our FDFS page about TTT, guys. So we were just talking about how Jiva's filmography has been working out, and we are kind of
yeah,
happy he has come back with a bang with this movie, and hopefully even Tamil cinema, with the kind of moving away from stardom, makes a lot more movies like this. So, and we'll be here to talk about many such movies in 2026, hopefully. So that's this, guys.
yeah.
We will see you around with another episode of the Reddit Kollywood podcast. Bye.
Bye.